Hello, I am so glad that you are getting ready to learn this great game. It's been around, as you might or may not know, for hundreds of years and played by the poor and the rich and the in-between. It's used for business or pleasure or exercise or competition and fresh air or what have you. It's great to be outside and outdoors and with nature and be able to participate in this thing for any number of reasons. It's so-called cradle to grave. My son Robbie was hitting balls and he was about a year and a half years old. I've got 90-year-olds at the golf course that are trying to shoot a score lower than their age on any given day. So 89 works in that situation. We call that shooting your age. So great to have everybody here, and I'm here to help you out because a lot of people come into this game thinking that it's going to be easy, or maybe if we just get some piece of information everything's going to be all right, or maybe it's just a new set of clubs, what have you. But none of those things really work. There are proven foundational things in this game that are going to help you play your best, don't get me wrong, but it's just never going to be a quick fix. It takes a little bit of time and the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out, for sure. So nonetheless, we're going to be starting this road here, and I wanted just to give somewhat of an introduction because there are so many misconceptions about this game, and I want you to be in the best position to be able to move forward and not be too frustrated. Some of this is not supposed to give you the idea that, oh gee, this is going to be really hard per se, but it's more of an issue of reality, so that when you play and you practice and you're not on tour next week, you don't go, oh my gosh, this is too hard, or I'm so frustrated. You're going to have frustration, and you're going to have success, and it's a lot of fun. At the same time, it's a slow road, with this. And so we're going to help you. We're going to speed up that slow road a bit because you're going to be getting some great information, some foundational information that's going to help you become a much better player long term. And in fact, there's some things here that are going to help you out short term as well. But these are building blocks. I talk about it sometimes in terms of a house. If this was a house called your golf swing, everyone's got a different house. You've got ranch style houses, colonial style houses, mansions, shacks, whatever. But the thing that holds that house up, even though everybody's house looks different on the top, you got different artwork, different colors, different whatever, for you as an individual, everyone's got to have a solid foundation to hold the house up. So when you get onto the golf course, and everyone gets worried because, oh my gosh, I'm going to get on the tee and I'm going to be playing with Scotty Scheffler or Jack Nicklaus in his prime, what have you, and that's not always the case. In fact, most people, I think they're somewhere in the 110 or 20 range as far as the average score. The number of people that can break 100 on a regular basis is in the, 20 or 30%, and the people that can break 80 means you're shooting a score lower than 80. You're talking about these individual percentiles, these like 4 or 5, 6% that are that good. So don't worry about who you play with. We're going to be talking about those things too over the course of time, as far as the so-called etiquette or behavioral things of the game, which are very important. You might be playing with your boss to get a raise, or you might be new to the company or corporate event, or it could just be that you're on vacation and you want to play and you're going to get paired up with a number of players that you've never met before, and there is a somewhat universal decorum for this game, and we're going to be talking about those things along the way as well. So enjoy the game, take your time, gather information. And one thing I would also say, this instructional piece of this, is that this is a interesting game in that if you're bowling, not taking anything away from bowling or whatever sport you might be in, tennis, what have you, people don't come over to you and say, well, gee, if you just held the ball like this, or if you just, follow through like this, whatever. But in golf, for whatever reason, a lot of people want to be the expert, or they want to help out. Take the information, reason through it yourself. Everybody's different. Every golf swing's different. There's not necessarily one way to do it. Again, coming back to the house idea, there's not just one way to build a house, but the house has to have a good foundation, and you have to know why. If someone says something to you and they go, gee, well, let's do this. Why? Why do we want to do this? This is an intellectual game as well. There's some thinking and some reasoning as you go through this. We'll talk more about those things as we go, and things that we call golf course management. Are you actually think your way around a golf course to help your score be lower? So again, it's a great game. It's a fun game. It can be, again, recreational or for business. Why you came here is great. That is up to you. I'm just glad you're here. And if you look at subsequent videos, we're going to be talking about, again, these foundational building blocks that are going to help you become a better player. And we're also going to talk a lot about how you interact with these players that you're going to be paired with, how you play together with them, how to practice, all the things about golf that are oftentimes unspoken, but you need to know, because another aspect of this game is that it doesn't matter how you play, it's how you look. Now, granted, that's not a wholesale argument. It doesn't matter how you play. We all want to be better players. But when it comes to interacting with other people, they really don't care how good of a player you are. It's how fast you play. It's are you disturbing other players as part of this round of golf? So there's the playing aspect. There's the decorum or courtesy, maybe a better word, aspect of this. We're going to be talking about all that. The more history you know of this game is great, because people just love to talk about it. You'll sit down or during a round of golf and just be talking about, Scotty Scheffler that just won, a major tournament, or Byron Nelson in the 40s won 11 golf tournaments in a row, or whatever it might be. We'll be talking about equipment, what golf ball you might be playing, what golf clubs you should think about. If you're watching this and you're in a much different location, we'll talk a little bit about what instructor would be good to be with one-on-one with that, because not all instructors are the same either. You happen to be learning from a good one right now. So taking a lot of time, and you learn from a lot of people with this to help you out. And that's my fun thing in life, right now, is to help everybody become better players. So enjoy the videos, enjoy the time, and we'll see you on the golf course.